Donald Trump, the time traveler. We about to begin it. We about to go live. We already live. What it do, what it does, what it is, what it was. You see the name of the live, Donald Trump, the time traveler. More evidence has surfaced that something's going on, man. Something's going on. We about to dive in it. Um, I was supposed to go live with Call Me Kinfolk, but you know, the show must go on right now as we talk about this real quick. I wanted to just talk about this real quick. Anybody have any questions, cares, or concerns, put it in the chat right here. And we're gonna crank that soldier boy. So everybody that is in the Dwayne McClain old channel, brought back to life, what it do? DMTV2, what it do? High Magus, High Magus channel, what it do? My G, what it do, man? What it do, Motown? What it do? What it do? We in the building and we about to go through this little get those, yes, like, share, subscribe, follow, comment, remix, duet, share it to your story. Um, it don't cost nothing to do any one of those things I just named. It don't cost nothing to do any one of those things I just named. So Motown in the building, Dr. Jones in the building. I'm looking youthful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Dr. Jones. I appreciate that, man. I'm feeling youthful. I'm feeling youthful. I'm doing the youthful thing. You know what I mean? I'm attacking life and enjoying life abundantly, man. And the only thing I can say is, all praises be to the great grand holy mother of all divine for even put me in a position to even be youthful like this. You know what I'm saying? She the one that gave me the fountain of youth. Great mother gave me the fountain of youth. We're relaunching and we're revamping the fountain of youth. Y'all used to know it as miracle food or superfood, oil and tea. Um, Now it's literally a whole revamping of what it really is, and it's oil of Ra, and the tea is tea of Ma. Oil of Ra, tea of Ma, and yeah, man, it's gonna be wonderful. It is literally the fountain of youth. I 100% am a junkie of my own health products. Yes, I am a junkie of my own. So what you're watching is a product of me being a junkie of my own health products. Period. Hi there, Toy CVN. That is wonderful to see everybody joining in. Wonderful to see everybody coming through. Um, Man, I came across some information. We about to start it right here, man. The name of it called Donald Trump, the time traveler. I came across some information. I came across and I had to go fact check it, and it's real. Boom. So I'm minding my business in these internet streets, minding my business in these internet streets, and lo and behold, look what I came upon. First and foremost, hold on. Let me ask y'all something. Let me ask you something real quick. Hold up. Do I something? We got to do a testing. Do I sound better like this? Hold up. Hold up. Let me do this real. Let me do a tester. Let me do a tester real quick. Do a tester real quick. Do I sound better? Do I sound better like this? Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Donald Trump, the time traveler. This is the live stream. Do I sound better like that? Or do I sound better like this? Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Donald Trump, the time traveler. This is the live stream. Testing, 1, 2. Which one sound better? Which one sound better? Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Ralph Price. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You know you got to keep it inventive. You got to stay fresh on it. The first one. So somebody said the first one sound better. Headphones sound a little better. All right, bet we're gonna roll. with the headphones. Since the headphone, you sound sexy with the mic. And, oh my goodness, you trying to talk that double speak? I ain't got no mics in my mouth. You got me motherfucking fucked up. Don't hit me with the double speak. I catch it all. Can't play no penitentiary games with me. Penitentiary rules in effect when I'm in this bitch. But we is about to put the mic to the mouth. Pause. All right, man. So let's see. Let's get it in the building. let's get it in the building, man. I had to put the mic on. So I came across the information, man, and the information. So this is you know recently that the Simpsons, the main Simpsons writer, or the guy that wrote the Simpsons, he just passed, right? So y'all know that, right? We already discussed that. We already went over that. That the guy that did the Simpsons, he just passed. Now, after the guy that did the Simpsons passed, we come out with an episode of the Simpsons from 2017 that shows Donald Trump 18 years later in 2025. Now, the reason why I correlate it is because one is so when you look at 2017, 18 years later, 1 + 8 is 9, and 2025 is the year of the 9, and it has him down to his exact tie, their exact outfits, their exact pose, their exact everything. And remember, I told y'all about what happened, me sending myself to that 2017 time frame. So, what say ye? What's going on in the building? What's going on in the building? You feel me? What's going on in the building? I'm not this Simpsons thing. We gotta get to the bottom of this Simpsons thing. We gotta get to the bottom of the Simpsons thing, bro. I'm tired of the Simpsons predicting our whole wait, man. The Simpsons is predicting our whole simulation. Like the whole simulation is just one big episode of The Simpsons. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 Y'all remember that? Now, why is The Simpsons, and this is not the only thing that The Simpsons predicted about Mr. Donald Trump. So how is Donald Trump predicted 18 years ago to be in the position that he's in today? And they showed it on America's number one favorite cartoon at the time, and that was The Simpsons. And remember, when you're talking about The Simpsons, you're talking about the sons of the simulation. Remember that, the sons of the simulation. What does that mean? That means that ultimately, ultimately, this thing that we call life, this thing that we call living, interacting, experiencing, feeling, tasting, touching, seeing, smelling, hearing, thinking, achieving, winning, losing, so forth and so on. This thing that we are experiencing is actually a simulation, a gaming simulation of sorts, that spirits come here to play. This is what all the scriptures say. The spirit comes to earth and lives this life, and then after he lives this life, he is graded or judged or tested, and to see if he passes the test of living the physical life. Multiple different cultures say this over and over and over, and all of those cultures got it from the one culture that brought it to you firsthand. And what was that? Who was that? Right over here, you heard it first. Tameri. Tameri. We the ones that brought you this first. We brought you this first. See, look, wait a minute. Shots up. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all, Y'all see that? Shouts out to all of my Jews out there. See, when an original Jew is in the building, they gon' feel me. You feel me? Understand that who the original Jews. And when I say the original Jews, I say that to distinguish and say, who are the original humans? Who are the original human beings? Are they melanin or non-melanin? So therefore, if you are melanin and a part of that original human beingness, then there's a responsibility and accountability that us as a whole we haven't been taking our accountability and responsibility. Women haven't been taking accountability. Men haven't been taking care of responsibility. And it's a clusterfuck of black embarrassment. What they call it, black fatigue or whatever. What is that? Black fatigue. Anybody can tell me. I heard somebody was telling me about that. And I'm like, but this that 2025 talk, like black fatigue. What is that? What is that? Then we got the MJ's biopic distraction too. Well, remember, I'm old enough to remember the three Mike. I call it the greatest show and display of basically greatness right in front of our face, and all of them were at their prime at the same year. I call it the three Mike syndrome. With it, Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Michael Jackson, all three of them were at the apex of their careers at the same damn time in the same damn year. And all of them, you know, fell off except for Michael Jordan. Now, this is what I want to ask everybody, y'all, because I never seen Jordan in a dress. I never seen Jordan with no fingernail polish. I never seen Jordan. The only thing we seen Jordan do that I can visibly say, okay, yeah, that was you know, allegedly him sacrificing his father, right? That right there, everybody know. Okay, everybody know Jordan sacrificed his daddy to get them championship. Woo woo woo. But remember, that was early in the game. That was early in the game when the game wasn't what it is now, what it was then, right? And if you look, these biopics, these things, when you go look up the gematria on these things, when you go look up the what do they call that? The astrology, the numerology, when you go look up the synchronicities and the different things that's going on with these certain people and these certain events that's going on at these certain times, you'll see how lots of it mirrors and correlates with our lives. Certain zodiac signs are just hearing this right now. Certain zodiac signs aren't hearing this right now. Everybody is on their own frequencies, traveling through the matrix, seeking that which they shall find to make them better or worse, for richer or poorer, for sickness and in health, till death do them part from the matrix and they part from their bodies from the matrix. Understand that all of those things that they're talking about is actually you and the relationship that you have with the divine. What is the divine? The kingdom of heaven is within. What is the divine? Christ, Christos, you, God. For the Bible says, I say that ye are gods, but ye shall die as men and fall as princes. And then Christ comes back in John and tells you, doesn't your book says that ye are gods? So why don't you believe that I am God and of the Father when I have come? So why you don't believe that I am of the mother when I have come? Well, you have to understand what's going on. The world is under a spell and they're finally waking up. I'm waking up. Everybody waking up. Waking up to what? Waking up to the fuckery that they have been wasting their time following the wrong things, eating the wrong things, listening to the wrong things, and they're waking up to it and they say, okay, wait a minute, it's time for a change. So everybody you see now, you see them trying to do a little change going on. They're doing this little change going on. And you got to wonder, say, what's going on? What's going on with the change? What's going on with the change? You feel me? Because at the end of the day, they have a certain criteria that they're trying to meet that If you don't get your mind, your body, your emotions, your spirit, and yourself together, you're not going to be able to handle the period of tribulation that the world will go through because you've been stripped away from your favorite toxins and poisons. You've been stripped away from your favorite substances. And, allegedly, these foods are drugs masquerading around as foods, allegedly. Allegedly, in the rumor mill, the drugs are masquerading around as what we like today call food. And it is far from the truth. It is far from the righteousness that we as melanin people are supposed to be on. Melanin people, we are supposed to be the apex lookers of body, lookers of health. Why? Because we have something called a bragging right that says we were here first. If we have a bragging right that says we were here first, then why are we not moving, acting, walking, talking, and conducting ourselves like those who were here first? It's nobody's fault but yours when you realize that everything in life, I can do it right now, get it done right now. So back to Donald Trump being this time traveler, bro. The reason why I believe this, the reason why I think this is because I'm a time traveler. I'm a timeline shifter. And I sent myself back to 2017 and showed y'all with the evidence of it. And here we are with a ripple effect, a Mandela effect of sorts, because now this evidence has come up. Look at Donald Trump 18 years later from 2007, from a 2007 Simpsons, Son of the Simpsons episode where he's doing the exact pose, has the exact clothes, has the exact everything, but you've seen it in real time 18 years later. How do you explain that? Some of you are going to say, oh, it's predictive programming. They predicted. There's no way in possible heck that they could have predicted Donald Trump 18 years from that point doing that exact same thing, unless they have an apparatus or some type of magic that they're accessing that is showing them what these future probabilities, because Simpsons don't get it right all the time, but they get it right enough times to make you go, what's going on? What's going on in the building? Because at the end of the day, uh, this is crazy. Hold on, let me make sure I'm on the right station. Hold up, my bad, y'all. Uh, okay, bet. Yeah, my bad, y'all. All right, boom. So, and at the end of the day, what's what do you guys think is going on with Mister with the Trump's period, the Trump administration, the Trump, family? What do you think going on? Because me personally, I feel it's impossible to have all of these different coincidences of Donald Trump being infused on a timeline, showing you that uh, uh somebody said what? Uh, you said Yahweh controls Trump. Mm, if Yahweh controls Trump, can you tell me why is Yahweh allowing Trump to uh, arrest, you know, arrest the vermin and drain the swamp? That's the next question. Why would Yahweh kill his own self or unalive his own self? That's the next question, Slauson. Why would you know? Why would he unalive his own self and his own crew like that? Baron Trump is definitely a time traveler as well. One thing for certain and two things for sure, that's the name of that book. what the name of that book, brother, with the Baron Trump and and it's called Baron Trump and the Time Travel or something like that. There's a name of a book with Baron Trump's name on it, and it's about him time traveling. Get you some miracle tea. Get you some miracle tea. Get Make sure you get the Great Black Mama of Creation. Make sure you get the Black Cube Codex. Make sure you get the Solar Facati. Make sure you get the books, man. You won't hide something from a nigga, put it in a book, they wouldn't lie to you. This is how I access time travel. So, what's the name, man? I'm about to find out right now. Baron Trump time travel book, man. Hold up. Baron Trump time travel book. It seems you're referring to a somewhat famous series of novels by Ingersoll Lockwood, often called The Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. Books and one of its companions, which have sparked internet intrigue because of their odd parallels with the real life Baron Trump and Donald Trump. Hmm. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. I ain't about to read all this, but it's a lot. And it's showing you the parallels. Hey, look, it's crazy. And why they're interesting. Why they're interesting time travel. The stories feature a protagonist named Baron Trump, a German boy, Wilhelm Heinrich Sebastian von Trump, who goes by the title of Baron Trump, living in Castle Trump, like, Trump Tower, living in Castle Trump. The books describe strange voyages, underground worlds, odd journeys, which some interpret as time travel or alternate dimension travel. Though the original text is more in the adventure fantasy mode rather than the explicit scientific time travel as in modern sci fi. Because of the real existence of Baron Trump, son of Donald Trump, the name parallels coupled with things like Trump Castle and Baron Trump living in Trump Castle in the novel have produced speculative commentary suggesting predictions or time travel elements. For example, a piece of a piece by Vice titled "Did an 1800 book series about Baron Trump predict Donald Trump's rise to power?" Explore this, right? The New York Post also notes the book series has taken TikTok by storm for its time traveling book series vibes and odd coincidences. You feel me? Um, and I know for a fact that they time travelers because I told y'all I went on a timeline and hit them up on the timeline, and this is how the channels got back. This is how Dwayne got his channel back. This is how I got my channel back. This is how um this is how whatchamacallit lost his channel. This is how Crumb TV, lost his channel. Hopefully he get it back. Hopefully he get it back. You know what I mean? Sweater dope. Salute fam. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. I had to get the raw, you know. Had to get that raw steam. Had to get that raw steam in the building, you know what I'm saying? So it is my belief that Donald Trump is the Trump family is or has some type of time travel magic going on with them that is able to help them travel to certain spots within this game, man. And I'm starting to, on my own time travel journeys, I'm keep seeing the ass. I keep on seeing them, bro, on my own time travel journeys. I myself is able to timeline shift and time travel. And I keep seeing Trump on the goddamn timeline as I travel through the Speed Force. Literally, as I travel through the Speed Force, Trump right there. Like, damn, look at this nigga right here. Look at he over here. How the fuck he over here at 18? I'm over here? Man, I'm telling you. So does anybody have a opinion on how did the Simpsons 2007 episode of Donald Trump being the president,
How were they able to predict an 18-year Simpsons prediction? The Simpsons predicted 18 years ago. Soldier Boy ain't got no locks like this. Soldier Boy ain't got no antenna like this. Do, 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 do. Soldier Boy not a Jew. Soldier Boy not a Jew. I don't think Soldier Boy claimed to be a Jew. I'm an original Jew. Soldier Boy ain't never said I'm the first rapper to tell y'all I'm an original Jew. You right, G. You right. Think, think. Just can anybody solve it? Because if I'm tripping, I'm coming to y'all. I'm asking y'all. Look, I might. Everybody don't got all the answers. Well, how can this be? And this got millions. And you know it ain't no hoax. It ain't no AI because it got over what 2.8 million, 2.4 million likes. So you just imagine how many views it got if it got 2.4 million likes. It got buku views, bro. And this dude it's identical. It's identical, bro. Tell me how did they do it? A 18-year, a 18-year prophecy, a 18-year photo, a 18-year prediction. And he just passed away. But last week, Dan McGrath, the writer behind The Simpsons, passed away last week. And now here we go. The Looking Glass. Once again. Once again. And I tell people, if you don't know how to properly activate this principle, you won't know, you won't even begin to understand the realms of time travel. Because the kingdom of heaven is within. The kingdom of heaven is within. The dimensions are within. All of these things you're experiencing without right now is literally the illusion of that which is within. If you don't know how to nam ye renge kyo, if you don't know how to do this right here, you gon' you out of there. You out of there. If you don't know how to, if you don't know how to do that right there. If you don't know how to all chakras activate your kundalini, activate your Merkaba, activate all of your principles that are gonna tap into your super saiyan self. If you don't know how to do that, bro, it's I'm not listen, I'm not even here to give no bad news, bro. I'm only here to let you know it is incumbent that the people who want to make it out of this part of the game, you're going to have to go spiritual with it. Man, listen, it's going crazy out here. Listen, look at this. Look at this. A massive butterfly shaped hole appears on the sun, stretching 36, sorry, 35. 35 times wide. It looks, I'm far away, y'all, so excuse me. Um, 35 times wider than Earth. But I keep telling you, the timeline shifting is literally the ability. And when you see those suns and those stars in the sky, it is my personal experience. It is my personal experience that every single star in the sky is a portal of time. That's why it's judged in light years. That's why the distance is judged in light years, because each star, each sun in the sky is a multiversal, omniversal representation of the light of Chakra, the light of Ra. And each one of them is a portal into a different time, a different dimension, different realms, different, all kind of things. And remember those lights. They said those lights, those northern lights that just happened and everybody seen them. They said that it was the sun that shot the flare. Okay, now I've been running across a lot of people and I've been giving advice to a lot of people, right? And while I've been giving advice to a lot of people, the one thing, the one theme that keeps reoccurring, the one theme that keeps on coming back up is, hey, look, you're in your caterpillar stage, and you're climbing into the tree, and you got to cocoon yourself into the butterfly. You got to go into the cocoon and you got to let the cocoon cook you and transform you into the butterfly. It's time for you to stop moving on a what? A caterpillar level. Do 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 do. Right? No, it's time for you to fly. It's time for you to fly because at the end of the day, you don't know what's up above them clouds until you get above them clouds. Until then, you just speculating. Might have some woo woo, might have woo but get fly. And the butterfly and the sun is showing you even the sun is showing you that it's transforming. And I feel like the sun is about to get. I feel like Ra is about to get hot. I feel like this is a precursor or a sign that the sun is about to get hot. I think it even might be a hot winter. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let's see. Let's find out. Will it be a hot winter or will it be a cold winter? I have a feeling that winter might not be what we think it's going to be. I have a feeling that I don't think winter going to be what we think it's going to be. I think winter. I think they're going to have some winners in winter. I think the winners are going to rise up. Hold on, what you say? Hold on, let me boom, 92 stat. Let me 92 stat. Let me see what you said. Boom. The Simpsons is odd because shows like the Boondocks and South Park make episodes about things that already happened. With Simpsons, it's almost always the opposite. Yes. The fucking look, bro, Simpsons is the looking glass. If you want, bro, if we really had time off of our jobs and to be in a hamster, and not be on a hamster wheel, man, and you'll be able to go dissect the Simpsons. Hey, babe, bring me some oil down so I can oil my hands. My hands are ashy. Um, so what I was saying, oh, if we can go and comb and dissect each Simpson episode, I guarantee you, man, they're gonna have so many treasure troves of predictive programming, and they're so crucial, bro. Our minds gonna be like mind blown emoji, like what the fuck, the f- the f- the fuck, bro. You feel me? Yeah, for sure, for sure. You right on that, bro. Paul, what's going on, Paul? What's going on, Paul? Chris Gaming. Donald is also mentioned. Let's see what you just said. Boom. Let's put that on the screen. Show on stage. Boom. Donald is also mentioned in Back to the Future with the character Biff, who was a villain of the different timelines in the movie. All right, so boom. Remember, Biff is who? Come on, y'all. Uh-oh. It's time to expose us. It's time to expose a secret. Yeah, great grand holy mother about to bless me. It's time to expose a secret. Who is Biff? Who? We about to go down a rabbit hole, y'all. We about to go down a rabbit hole. My my Jewish antennas are tingling. We about to go down a rabbit hole. Who is what does the character Biff in the time travel movie Back to the Future really mean? Come on, throw me some guesses out there, man. Come on, don't be dry, man. Y'all participate. Y'all hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the comment. Y'all get this boosted on the algorithm, man. And y'all crack this code right here with me. Crack this code right. Who does Biff represent? Can anybody crack that code? I'm gonna give you a hit of the weed to crack the code. Hit you some weed real quick. Let's crack it. Let's crack it. Come on. You ready? You ready? When I blow out the smoke, you need to take down your notes. When I blow out the smoke, You need to take down your dose. You ready? Boom. The character Biff in Back to the Future represents, if I'm not mistaken, let me get it, let me get the name right. Let me get the name right. Hold up. Let me get the name right. Oh, so I got it right. I made sure. All right, so boom. Now remember, no, hold up. Let me go. Bro, this shit is crazy. We going down the rabbit hole. We going down the rabbit hole. Let's go down the rabbit hole. Who is Biff? What does Biff represent in the Back to the Future time travel sequence? We about to get it right here. Hold on. Come on, man. Why is not? All right, come on now. Stop playing with me. Give me my screen. Watch this, y'all. Here. Boom. Arab. Remember Arab. Boom. All right, so boom. You ready? Biff represents. I had to get my stuff. Boom. Biff represents who? Hiram Abif. Hiram Abif, often spelled Harim Abif in older or alternate texts, is one of the most important legendary figures in Freemasonry. Here's a clear breakdown for you. Who is Hiram Abif? Hiram Abif is the master builder, master architect, and chief craftsman said to have constructed King Solomon's temple. He is called the widow's son, son of a widow from the tribe of Naphtali, master mason, keeper of the secrets. In Masonic tradition, he represents wisdom, skill, loyalty, and divine craftsmanship. In Freemasonry, Hiram Abif plays a central role in the third degree ritual, the Master Mason degree. His story symbolizes protecting sacred knowledge, death and resurrection symbolism, the ideal master builder, esoteric meaning, right? And it goes on and it keeps going because I'm not about to read all of that. But now, wait a minute. So now that we know that Biff, right, who was the villain of the different timelines in the movie series, now we know what that really means. Because how many Back to the Futures were there? Oh, I'm sorry. I got the thing right here. I don't need no. I'm sorry, babe. I don't even need that. I got that love right here. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. I'm tripping. But so so now that we know that Harem Hiram Abif represents the third degree master mason of ritual rites, is it safe to say that the masons uh are the villains, right? Who are the villains of the different timelines in the movie series called Life? Is that, what does that mean? Do the Freemasons have access to time travel? Do the Freemasons have access to time travel? That's the question. That's the question, because we know for a fact that, you know, Donald Trump's, Donald Trump is a Mason. We know Donald Trump a Mason now. As I sip out my Mason jar, we know that Donald Trump is a Mason. Huh? We're not gonna do we're not gonna delude ourselves on that, right? All right. So Biff in the movie series, as you go down the rabbit hole. So remember, Hiram in Arabic means forbidden or prohibited. Forbidden or prohibited what? Forbidden or prohibited knowledge. You feel me? So understand Bro, let's just analyze something. Let's just analyze something. Let's get something straight. Let's get something right. As I put some more of the towel on. I want you guys to really, really get this understood. Get this really understood. That time travel exists wholeheartedly. I know it for a fact. I know it for a fact that time travel exists and that time travel exists. But I also know for a fact that it exists in ways that you don't recognize or know. So you might believe that time travel exists, but you don't know the actual technical of actual real time traveling. Who, what, when, where, how, and why time is traveling. This is this is the infinity gauntlet. These are the infinity stones. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. This is the gauntlet. So when you think about it and you talk about you talk about things like timeline shifting and doing all of these things and oh look and they're from the Pleiades and they come from the man they come from the stars. I mean, we automatically know as soon as you start talking like that, you lost. When you start talking about something from the sky up above came down and did, we already know you low vibration because the greatest happenings, the greatest experiences, the greatest treasures are happening within. Hands down, hands down. Um, you look like Trinidad J, man. We all family. We all family, man. You know why? Because we all come from the great grand holy mother. We all come from the same mother. We all come from the same mother, bro. A lot of they call that what they call that in Hollywood lookalikes. You feel me? Why you ain't ever made song after all go everything? The Simpsons are telling us the script. We playing in a movie, fam. Hey, listen, that's so true. What you just said. Hold on. The Simpsons are telling us a script. We are playing in a movie, fam. And he ain't never lying. He ain't never lying. Go to your TikTok or go to your Google or go to your YouTube or go to one of your search engines and go search Candace Owens, The World is a Stage, and how Candace Owens break down how the world is a stage. And she's basically letting you know, like, look, basically, like, if you ain't got it at this point, you're just whatever you want to be. But if you don't got at this point, if you don't got the magic glasses on at this point, if you ain't and able to see the the entity inside of the body, like that ain't no human, and then that don't look like no human that's going on over there. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but we can't say, oh, we believe in this book because everybody say they believe in this special religion in this book. And the special religion in this book, it says that once, you know, once you get to a certain level of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you know, you become like Christ-like. This is the Bible teaches. The Bible teaches that, yea, though I walk through the valleys of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, right? But if people specifically designed it for you to figure out and you are not trying to figure out, you're just taking somebody else's word face value for it. So I'm just going to personally ask all of my Christians and all of my Muslims in the building, how many of you have actually fully read from front to back your religious textbook? And this is not to label, judge, criticize, or condemn anyone. This is just showing in the open how we say that we believe in that which we don't even fully know. Because when you fully read these texts, you're going to say, okay, this has to be something more. And when you get into the Bible and you dig and you read, you get into a book called Galatians. And this is why I love Galatians. You get into a book called Galatians. Galatians 4, chapter, if I'm not mistaken, is 22 through 24. Galatians 4, 22 through 24. And in Galatians 4, 22 through 24, it basically explains how the story of Abraham is an allegory. And it's an allegory of two covenants. A covenant is a magical spiritual contract. Remember, when you talk about you're talking about Coventry. Coventry is the craft. So when you talk about a covenant, when somebody talking about they're in a covenant with God or they're in a covenant with Christ, that is called magic because you're talking about Coventry. All right. And so when you are going through these rites and these rituals in religion, you're never realizing that, hey, this is the M word. This is the M word. And a lot of the times it's being practiced on you right in front of your face, but you don't even know it. I'm about to finish getting some rolling up some Christmas spirit too, holidays, whole lot. Let me see. The Simpsons how bad apprentice, journeyman, companion, master. If you can astro see, look at that what I'm saying. This listen, bro. I'm gonna call astral travel a myth. I'm gonna call astral travel and dream walking and doing all of those things right now. I'm gonna call that a myth because if you can truly travel, why haven't you traveled the number one place where all of the greatest treasure is at? Within. Niggas trying to astral travel to somebody else's dream. Niggas trying to astral travel over here and let me go see if I can project myself over here to another continent. And let me go see if I can remote view something and be nosy and look at somebody else's business. And let me go see if I could. The real astral travelers know that astral travel is not out there. The true time travelers and the true astral travelers know that the astral don't travel there. The astral travels here and now through the power of now. Remember, the power of now is how the astral travels. And what do the astral use to travel? I showed you already. I'll show you again. This is what the astral use to travel. This is what the astral use to travel. In today's time, though, this is what people using to travel now. People are gassed up off of the likes. They gassed up off of the attention. They're gassed up off of the illusion. They're distracted by the temporary fixings of the matrix. The temporary fixings of the matrix are here to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind to who you truly are. And who are you truly? You are a goddess. You are a god. You are literally divine incarnate, housed in a temporary avatar to experience a game, a simulation called life. But you, inside of the avatar, you come from a world called eternal life. And if you only had time out from the hamster wheel, if you only had time out from that which is distracting you and draining you of all of your energy day after day after day, because you can give your energy to everybody else, and you can give your energy to this person, that person, and you can give your energy to this company and this chase and that chase. But when it comes time to give energy to you, now you want to say, oh man, I don't feel like it, I'll get back to it tomorrow. Oh man, what if you did that to your job instead of, what if you did that to your job and then and took all that energy and poured it into you and your dreams and what you had to go through, and went and was willing to go through the actual trials and tribulations of what it takes to become the person that you want to become, because you see yourself at a certain level. Remember this. Every single one of you watching this sees yourself at a certain level. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the comment. Make sure you get this on the algorithm. Shouts out to all of the Dwayne McClain TV family. Shouts out to the High Megas family. And we in the building. The number one thing that we got to realize is that if you're going to get this game played, if you're going to get this game in, you're gonna have to put in the actual self-work. And that's the work that people neglect. Don't never let nobody work for you who ain't been working on themselves. Because work on self is a constant thing. It ain't no, okay, I worked on myself. Now I don't need to work on myself no more. Life don't go like that. Working on thyself is a lifetime experience. Lifetime after lifetime, you're going to work, and work on yourself. Make sure that the work that you're putting in on yourself is going to help you benefit in the actual game of life. Don't make no sense to work on yourself in areas that is not going to help you rise and become prosperous and abundant, because the name of the game is prosperity and abundance. The name of the game is prosperity and abundance. If you don't know how to master the art of not needing, ooh, wait a minute, great mother. See, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you don't know how to master the art of not needing, you will never be abundant, man. You will never be having your way with this shit. It's when you don't want it is when it comes. When you don't need it is when it comes. As long as you trying to get it, it always is elusive. It never comes. But the minute you said, man, F that shit. I'm about to go get it on my man. I could go do that shit on my own. I don't need to go chase that. I ain't chasing no dreams, nigga. My dreams chasing me. I'm too busy accomplishing the last dream I had. My other dreams gotta chase me, trying to get in line to be the next one to get accomplished. What's going on, man? What we doing? What we doing? Is we getting this? Is we getting this together, or are we so blind that we forgot that it's gonna take everything within us to change us? Because the minute we change, that's the minute our world change. And that's the world you got to change first. You ain't got to worry about BlackRock. You ain't got to worry about Vanguard. You ain't got to worry about the Bilderbergers. You ain't got to worry about the Community of 300. You ain't got to worry about the Illuminati. You ain't got to worry about NASA. You ain't got to worry about the FBI. You ain't got to worry about the CIA. You ain't got to worry about the government. You ain't got to worry about the military, the politicians. You ain't got to worry about the rappers. You ain't got to worry about none of that. You know why? Because small minds discuss people. They're people. You don't want to be small minded. Average minds discuss ideas. No, sorry. Average minds discuss events. Average minds discuss events. So you don't want to be small minded discussing people, and you don't want to be average minded discussing events. It says great minds discuss ideas. If I'm not mistaken, this is Eleanor Roosevelt who said that. Great minds discuss ideas. You want to be great minded. Great mind means that you are able to attract and connect and flow with other great minds, but also be able to imbue greatness into situations that otherwise would not have had greatness if you hadn't imbued it with greatness. So you got to just become a living embodiment of what you believe. And I had to go through that in front of y'all. Y'all remember, I had to go through that in front of y'all. And going through that in front of y'all showed me that, hey, no matter who's watching, no matter who's not watching, nobody is going to get the work done except you. Nobody, no matter who watches, no matter who don't watch, nobody gonna get the work done except you. You are the work that is gonna get you to the next level. You are the fucking fire that's gonna get you to the next level. You are the energy that is gonna get you to the next level. Why? Because if you don't, who gonna do it for you? If you don't, who gonna do it for you? Who is going to come and carry your cross for you? Who is going to come and say, okay, all right, I am going to live and die for you. I will die for you. Who is going to do that for you? Huh? Who going to do it for you? I'm talking about do it for you and going to do it how you want it done. Because last time I checked, they told me if I want it done right, I got to do it myself. If you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. Why? Because only you can prevent the forest fires in your life, Smokey, the bear. Only you. Remember, there can be only one. That was called the Highlander. Excuse me. There can be only one. So while we traveling down this road, man, I was going to be showing other stuff, but while we traveling down this road, let's travel real quick. Let's travel real quick. I wanted to bring this to people's attention. So somebody told me to talk about her, so I'm going to talk about her real quick. As we can see, Christian Rock before the fame in her track running days. Look at look at what she was, and now look at what she is. I'm not even going to show what she is now. Y'all can go just research. We're going to just focus on what she used to be. She is not that now. She is not like that now. You know, it's a crying shame, bro. It, it's a crying shame how these young people get into the industry and they start ripping and running, and they not taking care of their body. They doing all of these substances. They not taking the advice of the people who want to see them succeed. They want to try to keep up with the Joneses. They not investing their money properly. They're probably under contract to say they can't even do none of that type of stuff. Who knows? Who cares? But I do know one thing for certain and two things for sure. It's sad to see over and over. Remember the cast? Man, look at this. Look at this. So that was Christian Rock, right? Hold on. Look at this. Wait. Look at this. Look at this. It remind me of that. It remind me of that sound bite. Look at this. Look at the before and look at the after. It's like something exchanged bodies with them. It's like the soul. It's like, you know how I say they sucked all the soul out of you? It's like something sucked all the soul out of them. Like, do you think that they're pet? Do you think that they're pets for the vampires? Is vampire a word? Can we even say that word? They got so many vampire movies. We better be able to say that word. All them damn vampire movies that they be showing us. Um, but that's what it looked like. It looked like that they're like snacks for the vampires. Like the vampires come and you know bloodlet them and you know and drain them and do all kind of crazy stuff to them, bro. That's crazy. That's a crazy transformation to the negative side. And it's crazy. Yeah, it's so sad, man. It's so sad. It is so sad, Earth. It is so sad, bro. Because this is crazy. This is crazy. You feel me? Um, Something going on, bro. And it ain't no Ozempic. and something's going on, and it ain't no Ozempic. That ain't no Ozempic, bro. Cause somebody was like, "Oh man, that's that Ozempic." Nah, man, that ain't no Ozempic right there, brother. That ain't no Ozempic right there. No, 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 no. I call that the exchange. What is the exchange? The exchange is when you are, you're trying to rise up in the ranks and become that, and get to that next level. And you're trying to rise up in the ranks. And you got to do some strange things for that change. And you had to do some strange, and it was some strange. You could tell, man, they did something strange for that wicked role to play. Hey, bro, don't be surprised if something be to happen to them people, bro. Don't be surprised if some. Don't be surprised if something, or like it looked like something they've been replaced. What's that movie, bro? What's that movie where they did that? Where it was they body swappers. They body swappers. They shapeshifters, right? They take you and they copy, and you be thinking it's a clone, but really what it be is a cold-blooded shapeshifter, a body swapper. You feel me? Like the consciousness, their consciousness take a backseat, and the consciousness of the controlling entity is now in them, and you see it in their skin, you see it in their body, you see it, like you can just see the entity abiding in them, and it's like, what the fuck is that shit, bro? What is that? No, no, everybody, that's not healthy at all. And they're not vegan. It ain't like they just went straight fruitarian. They don't eat nothing but fruits, nigga, or something. Nah, nah. They what's going on? What's going on that's taking the light out of a person like that? Get out. The body snatchers. Yeah, that's what it's called. The body snatchers. That's what it's called. The body snatchers. And on the body snatchers, they was they was taking oh, what's that movie? Skeleton Key. You remember on Skeleton Key? Nigga? You remember Skeleton Key, nigga? On Skeleton Key, they was doing the body snatchers. That's what I was waiting on. And they was in my state, around my hometown, doing the body snatching. You don't remember? And they was able to do a spell to transfer the consciousness of the other entity into. It was crazy. Y'all go look at that movie, Skeleton Key. Skeleton Key. I think Reese Witherspoon or somebody played. I forgot. One of them girl, Barrymore or Witherspoon, or one of them girls, man. You know, played in it. But yeah, man, it was crazy. It was crazy the way they would do it. They was doing the little magic, and it was swapping the body to where, and nobody knew. Everybody just thought it was you. So just imagine somebody came and, take, and boom, and they snatch you, right? And when they snatch you, they lay you down, do a spell on you, da 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 da, boom, 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 and boom, they do some type of little thing, and it kind of and they kill you or whatever. And like at the moment when they kill you, the spell sends their consciousness into your body, and your body and your spirit goes into their body, because their body is about to die anyway, and your spirit goes into their body, and they replace, and they do and they replace the consciousness or soul, boom, in the thing through spell casting. And it's a special, I think it's a specific voodoo spell or something like that that she had got from New Orleans, and that's how the whole thing went. It's crazy, man. You got to go look at it, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's bananas. Bananas. It's bananas. Bananas. Man, I'm telling you, bro. That's what it be feeling like, man. Because like on Get Out, like on Get Out, like on Get Out. Get Out, show you the thing too, and then take you look that sunken place. That sunken place, that's the unconsciousness, not the subconsciousness. Because if you place him in the subconsciousness, shit, he gonna wake up. When they bring you to that sunken place, they send your consciousness to the unconscious realm, and they hop into the front seat of your conscious and subconscious while they got your subconscious and they got your conscious, but you are locked away from spell work in your unconscious. So if you are not aware and you are not conscious, you will literally be going through cycle after cycle after cycle, never realizing that you have been, your body and everything has been taken over. This is how it feels when a person gets off of drugs after all those years. And it's like something was like, it's like something had control of my body, and now I finally got control of my body again or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, watch it later. It's crazy. It's crazy. No, it's crazy. The skeleton key and the way man is crazy. It's crazy. Another movie that do that. You know who else do that with the body swappers? The body snatchers. The veil on when I be showing you that I told you. Hold on, look at this movie right here. This movie right here. They be doing it on this movie right here. Where is it? Boom.
I told you we'd be deathless. We just need new shells from time to time. And plenty of souls to eat.
Boom. You said I told you we'd be deathless. We just need a few shells, bodies, bodies to snatch, new shells from time to time, and plenty of souls to eat. So the Soul Eaters, I forgot the name of that movie. They had a movie with it that had this had this little goblin demon thingy that eat motherfucking souls. I forgot the name of that movie, bro. They used to show us so, man. Hey, bro, the movies show you so many truths about this stuff, bro. You just gotta be able to differentiate the difference from fact and fiction, because a lot of y'all get caught in a fantasy and not really caught in the reality of it. You still got that. I don't know what that is. Still got what? I don't know what that is. Boom. So oh yeah, oh yeah, I still got that. Yeah, yeah, I just sorry for being slow. Uh yeah. So I wanted to ask everybody opinion. Do you believe that this is true? 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 Man, this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. To a degree, it could be true. To a degree, it could be true. But then again, depending on the person's intent who's doing it. Because a lot of times people are, and when you talk about in occultism and metaphysics, you'll see a lot of people dye their hair certain colors to emit certain frequencies to get certain aspects of spells and rituals accomplished. Are you French fried right now? Oh man, listen. Man, listen. Do you thus thy needeth to hit it the what man? And y'all don't even understand how to use endocannabinoids to tap into your genius. You guys hit the marijuana and get fried. No, man, Doc hit the marijuana and start cracking codes and start unlocking codes and get on live and be like, man, what's hell? What y'all doing out there, man? When is we getting off this hamster wheel? When is y'all gonna read the Black Cube Codex? When is y'all gonna come get y'all some money algorithm? When is y'all gonna lay up there and get you some timeline shifting? When is you gonna get you some oil of Ra and tea of Ma? When are you gonna come get you some emerald gold? When you gonna come get you all of the things right here at your disposal if you trying to really do some advanced life shifting. If you want to advance your life, what's going on? Who's grounding? Who's meditating? Who's activating their chakras? Who's eating no meat and non-processed foods? Who's, waking up in the morning and making sure that they have a morning routine before they give all their energy to the world? Who's actually listening to learn and not listening to respond? You know, who's disciplining themselves? Who's paying attention? Who's thinking positive? Who's staying focused? Who's being patient? Who's having faith? Who's believing? Who's loving? Hmm. Yeah. Who's meditating? Who's manifesting at a high conscious level? Key phrase, high conscious level. Hmm. I tell people when the world comes, man, listen, the hamster wheel is real. The hamster wheel is a device that they place inside of the hamster cage so that the hamster can have something to be preoccupied by. Because if it doesn't have something to have to be preoccupied by, it will figure its way out of the cage, or it will do something with all the pent up energy. It will literally run and beat his head into the cage and die. But so they place a hamster wheel in the cage so that the hamster wheel, that pent up energy that the hamster has, or that especially specifically the hamster, that it has some training, right? Boom, and it can exert that energy instead of feeling like, oh, I got all this energy and let me pop, 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 let me, right? Or figure out a way. You're gonna be jumping and trying to jump and figure out a way. So wait, no, give it a hamster wheel. It's gonna get on the hamster wheel. It's going, and that's just how we do. Think about it. No, ain't that's how we do. That's how we do. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. That's how we do. That's how we do on all levels. So now we got to wake up from that series of life and into the new series of life. And the new series of life is all of these damn robot technologies is about to make the whole entire world prosperous and abundant. And it don't even got to be robot technologies. It's going to be spiritual and magical technologies if you want to be technical. It's going to be most definitely magical. And people getting their mind right, people getting their body right, people getting their weight right, people getting their finances right, people getting their relationships right. People are getting and waking up and getting their knowledge right. And basically, getting away from the milk and Jesus programming, but do people even watch TV anymore? TV programming. Man, that's crazy. Do people even watch TV anymore? Yeah, they got a whole gang of people watching TV. Them TV sell like hotcakes. But we don't watch TV in the conventional sense of how TV used to be watched. I don't think we watch it like that. I think people be watching it through the Netflix and through the apps and shit like that. That's what I feel like. I feel like people be watching it through the Netflix, through the apps, through the different little technologies where, uh, you're watching TV, but you're not watching TV. You on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Like while you watching TV, a notification can come down and you can stop the TV and go something else. You know what I mean? Like, uh, you feel me, man? It's you know what I'm saying. And then listen and look, they're like, oh yeah, y'all don't want to watch cable no more. Oh yeah, look how they tricked us. It was a good trick though. I like that trick. Wait, look how they tricked us. So they said, oh yeah, y'all don't want to watch TV no more. Y'all don't want to watch cable no more. Y'all don't want to watch satellite. You dig? Y'all don't want to do that no more. Okay, now they broke the satellite, the TV, and the cable up into apps. So so if you're watching Netflix, that represents that particular cable and TV company. If you're watching Prime, that represents that. If you're watching Hulu, So you done got all these apps, and all these apps put together is really like you done just bought cable all over again. Hercules, 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 Zeus. Wow, that's a fucking low key trickster for you. That's a low key. That's a low key trick for you, boy. Man, they said we gonna break the we gonna break the cable TV up into the apps, Netflix, Prime, Hulu, Dulu, Tulu, Hulu, Tubi, you name it, they go get it. And then look, ABC got an app, Fox got an app, NBC, everybody got an app. You done got all these apps, and you paying more than what you would have paid in cable. You should have kept it at the cable. Mhm. You should have kept it at the cable. That would have got you. That would have got you somewhere. You would have kept it at the cable. You feel what I'm saying? But dang, bro, I knew it was. Look, I knew it was over with when they moved us into. Remember when they switched us from analog into digital. I knew it was over with then. When they switched us from analog into digital, over with. You're out here. Why? Because this is what he said. He said, I break codes. Listen, that analog, at least with that analog, we didn't have to worry about that big brother surveillance mode on full blast. But when it switched to that, that's when you knew the game had changed. That's when you knew the algorithm and the timeline had changed. But I was probably one of the few, like the few people that seen it. I was like, damn, they're changing us from analog to digital. Feels like a game changer. It feels like a real game changer going on. And now we see, look at the game changer. Because that analog to digital is the reason why we're able to have a smartphone. That analog to digital is the reason why we're able to go live stream. That analog to digital is the reason why we have the social media era and AI and all of that. Because of that. Dang, bro, it's crazy. And it's crazy how fast it flies because all of these things I'm talking about happened in my lifetime. All of these things. That's the most craziest part of it all. The most craziest part about it all is that all of these things from 9/11 to the Oklahoma City bomber to Obama being elected to Trump being elected, Reagan, no, let me see, not Reagan, let me see, yeah, President Reagan, yep, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, all of these, all of these sing song dancey things that went on, you know, all of these celebrities, all of these rappers, all of these singers, all of these things that I used to idolize and watch on TV. You can just see them in their element on social media now. And it is just my opinion that social media murdered Hollywood. The reason why Hollywood got murdered because social media came into existence and people were able to see the flaw in the celebrities. The celebrities were no longer, when social media arrived and celebrities got to come on the Kai Sinai stream, right? And celebrities got to come and do streaming. And now we are literally witnessing, oh damn, Kim Kardashian ain't the girl we thought she was. Oh dang, Beyonce ain't the girl we thought she was. Oh wow, we can see the blooper reels, and now they become more humanized. And we're like, well, shit, we could start our own podcast, and we could start our own this, and we could start our own that. And that's what was going on. And you see it happening in real time. You see it happening in real time. So name of the game. You know, his name is a wonderful thing to witness. You feel me, man? Who trying to timeline shift with me, bro? Who trying to timeline shift? The timeline shift is real. If you trying to get to your highest level of timeline, tap in, tap in. Because at the end of the day, if I was crazy, if I was you know, talking that craziness, then how the fuck did I get the channel back? How did I write Trump get the channel back? And how did I send myself back to 2017? How did I send myself back to 2017? And how did I get the channel back, bro? Can anybody explain that, please? And how is Donald Trump in 2007? Wait, how is Donald Trump in 2007, 8 years ago, predicted to 2025? Look. How is he in a Simpsons episode from 18 years ago? And now in 2025, that same 18-year ago frame is here, right there. I think the guy is a time traveler for sure. For sure. I don't know what kind of time traveler he is, though, because there are different ways to access the Speed Force through. There are different ways. Let me just rephrase that. There are different ways to access time travel. There are different ways to access time travel. I access time travel through the Speed Force. Man, I was looking for your channel, fam. I'm happy to see you back. Salute to you, family, your family. I appreciate that, Ert. I appreciate that, man. In the meantime, in between time, you already know, man, I'm gonna get on before I get spit on. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all already know what the business is. Visit chakra.xyz, and I'm out.